Ahoy there, Legion! 'Tis the day after the dev stream, so you know I got a recap and review for you. Console Squad, your next update is insert now and aiming to arrive March 19th. So stash your plat while you can, lads. A new wave of customization options and eidolons alike be on their way. Zephyr Prime is set to roost March 20th, so that means if you had any inclination to snag Vauban, Fragor, and AK Stiletto Primes, you might want to get chopping. Kuva on the Kuva Fortress. It's actually gonna happen, lads. Try to keep back the tears. The current design is it's always gonna be available on the Kuva Fortress survival mission. You down enemies and one's gonna drop a siphon. You carry that to the life support like how you would with an Exkuvation mission, and it'll morph from an oxygen supply to a Kuva sucker. Defend it and any Kuva guardians that it may spawn, and that Kuva's yours. Repeat as often as you like, but keep in mind this is still a survival mission first, so you will need to find a supply of oxygen from something. Korra's new powers were not ready to be shown this week, but her changes are pretty far along apparently. When asked, Sheldon, the Kuva King himself, had zero intentions to prolong Baro's stay any longer than he currently does, much to the chagrin of Reddit Tenno. My much adored two-hand chainsaw melee weapon is apparently AWOL with zero idea of when it's going to arrive. The art director himself didn't even know the AI can ride the thing into battle, which certainly isn't comforting for a speedy release. Melee itself is edging closer to a complete overhaul. They aren't ready to do it just yet, but they know it's coming up next on their to-do list and provided some ideas. They don't like right now how nearly all the animations aren't even used as they aren't necessary, but that ties more into them being single target and things dying so fast. Right around this time last year I said DE was in a bit of a game identity crisis with Dark Souls ideas coming out while the gameplay is entrenched in Dynasty Warriors, and today they darn near quoted exactly that. They seem to, at least currently anyway, be leaning towards keeping that Dynasty gameplay alive and changing combos to be more AoE than single target, as you tend to lop enemies in half before the third attack goes down anyway. Dark Sector 2 or 3.0 is more or less on hold again, as the idea that was in place to replace it has evolved into something else entirely. They're calling it Void Onslaught, and you'll basically get thrown into a random tile set with random modifiers and a time limit. Kill specific enemies, get enough keys, and a portal opens up to a new, harder area, again random in nature. Apparently while things are randomized, they will keep the same layouts and modifiers each week, so you can optimize a strategy with friends if you really want to hit the mode hard. Speaking of Dark Sector changes, while it started out as a gag, DE's adding in a fighting mode. Like an actual fighting game fighting mode. It was pretty clunky and a bit stilted, but if they can iron that out a little bit more, it actually looks pretty fun. Are you bored of pounding Uranus? I mean, sure it's fun when it happens, but after a while it can get a bit monotonous. DE is aware of your concerns and is spicing things up by adding in a twin. Now when you run Fisher missions deep in space, you'll never know what to expect once that loading bar fills up. New particle generation is on the way, though I honestly thought they made this change official years ago. Login 3.0 and Hydroid Prime Trailol were mentioned in name, but name alone. Not a huge amount of news, but even though they admitted they are holding stuff off for future reveals, we still got some meat to chew on. But what'd you like this week, Legion? What'd you love? Let me know in the comments below. A little bummed the chainsaw's on hold, but even though I don't farm the stuff myself, it's nice to see Kuva exist on that dang fortress finally. Might dabble in the fighting mode myself. I'm gonna be disappointed if they don't call special kills framalities, but until next time, thank you for watching, and take care.